I had picked up XRP right at the break of this trend line. So something around 0.55 areas. This is where I bought XRP and I'm sitting at a 500% profit at the moment. So another question arises. Now, I have seen 505% once. What's the story now? Because the market looks slightly problematic, slightly scary for new audiences, people who've just joined in. They might feel afraid, and especially this kind of a move. Right now, I'm looking at the monthly chart. This kind of a fall is slightly scary, but let me assure you that is not the case. This is the monthly chart right now. Let's begin deep diving and breaking down what XRP looks like and what are my price predictions for this particular coin, XRP or Ripple as you can call it. To start with, we've seen the monthly. Let's understand a bit about monthly on the basis of some technicals as to what is going on over here. So as you see, it has made higher highs, and if you try to connect them, they don't exactly connect. There's no specific trend line that goes out. There is just some retest. There's a wick over here. So this candle on the monthly is basically a challenge to buyers to try and push the market upwards. So a lot of people over here might have considered shorting. This brought in some liquidity to the markets. And this is what helped push the market to fresh highs. That was around 3.5. Now, there is a lot of utility out there being talked about when it comes to XRP. But right now, that's still in the gray area. With Trump being at the helm, it's quite difficult to figure out what is going to happen next because that man is built different. So he can say anything, he can do anything at any point of time, and then things might change. So on the monthly chart, this looks great. If you look, there is some strength as well. So you see there's 23 days left for the month to end. This is 5th February when I'm recording this. And just within the first few days, there has been some insane amount of buying. There has been a fantastic recovery. There has been a crash, yes, and there has been a fantastic recovery immediately, quite fast, and exactly from that area where previous liquidity was there. Now let's go down to the weekly chart and try to understand what is happening. So we can clearly see that these are the areas, these tops where the market started. These are the areas where there's liquidity, market came, tested it. This is also a psychological number that comes down to around $2, and that's where the reversals are happening. So what our next outlook for XRP might be from here is if you ever get it on this price, which I doubt you ever will again. I do think that the overall picture looks positive. If you ever get it around the $2 mark, I think you should buy some XRP and maybe around something below this level, that's the weekly low, you can consider exiting, and you might be holding for a much higher target. We'll get to the targets towards the end of the video because first we need to understand what's happening, why there is so much conviction with XRPs, technical chart especially. And since this was a multi-year breakout, it's even stronger. It's much stronger. So what we are looking at now is the weekly, and the weekly looks quite promising as well. There is some consolidation, but even then, if you see, the lowest close has not been broken. No previous close is really being tested that hard. So there was just one weekly candle, which is the previous week, that closed lower. Everything else has been looking pretty strong. So now we are looking at a weekly closing below these areas that come down to exactly around, that's your 2.0. So around 2.1, something around 2.1. If it starts closing below 2.1, we will start considering XRP's weakness to begin. So that shouldn't happen immediately. That'll take some time. Let's go down to the daily chart and understand what's going on over here. And when we look at the daily, we have a slightly different picture of XRP right here in front of us. And what's the difference? Let's try to understand. First, understand this price behavior right from over here. When the market was rising, it gave a nice rally, consolidated, fresh rally, consolidation, fresh rally, consolidated for a bit longer, and then gave another fresh rally. Now, this is the first consolidation that broke towards the downside, gave a retest, is bouncing back. Now, the market should ideally look something like this. Okay. And then this happened, fell down, and then maybe something like this can test these areas and go up, hopefully. If this does not happen, if it doesn't go further down, then right from this area, it should take a nice bounce up. I do think the chances of that happening are quite low, since the market is slightly negative on the daily. So maybe we'll see a lower test and then a bounce back. But for that, overall Bitcoin and the overall crypto markets need to look positive, which will probably depend on a couple of news-based factors. So let's come down to what are my targets for XRP. The first target, as I had already mentioned it to you guys, was around $3 mark, which it did hit. Now, next, let me go back to the weekly chart and show you based on Fibonacci what I believe the next targets for XRP might be, in my opinion. So don't worry about the way I'm drawing it. Just try to understand the Fibonacci concept will still work regardless. So see, something around 2.994 was our first target. Next, we are looking at a $4.5 mark, and then towards $7 as well. But I don't think 2025 will have us see a $7 mark. Now, the challenge with XRP is it's quite news dependent. So all we can do is hope for some good news out there, which might lead XRP prices even further. As of now, we're just seeing some consolidation. If we drop down to the hourly chart, if you're looking at some trades, you can look to maybe short XRP at these highs. Maybe we'll draw a trend line going down from here. And if it ever comes over here, this is pretty much a guaranteed short trade. Like I said, whenever it comes down here, there's a short trade over here, then there's buy over here, and then we have to look at what market does next. It might take a couple of days for this to happen, couple of weeks, or since it's crypto, it might happen as soon as I'm done making this video. So this can happen anytime. But as soon as this trend line hits, we are looking at a shorting opportunity, and then we're looking at a buying opportunity. So I would ideally wait for a buying and then the market go up, then the market go up right from here. Because another test of this, maybe a break of these lows, maybe a break of these levels, maybe a test of 1.4 once again. And then I feel the market might go much higher. Thank you so much for watching Bitcoin Hit Point, guys. I hope you really enjoyed the video. Please feel free to drop a like onto the video and share this with your friends. We'll see you again soon. And don't forget, we come live at 10 p.m. IST every single day to make sure that you make money into the crypto markets. No additional charge. All you have to do is sign up with our link given below, and you'll be able to be part of the lives and our private community as well. Cheers.